You guys, if anything, we're going to talk about organ donation. And, I hope you guys can learn things from me. I hope you can laugh, cry, like, we're all human. Um, you know, this has been a cooking page, and I'm going to get back to just cooking page. Just going through some rough patches right now with the loss of my daughter. And it will be a while. It takes days. But, you know, there's another side of organ donation that I don't talk about. We see all these commercials, be an organ donor, be an organ donor. I mean, we all want to do good, so of course we check mark that on our driver's license and never think about it again. And when that happened that night, you're in grief, you fucking lost your head. And then all of a sudden, you get another call that night. I don't know, it was 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was a very nice lady, but, I answered because it was an Oklahoma number. And she said, she was very nice, but she said, your daughter was an organ donor. We researched in the Oklahoma database that she was. Well, she obviously got her license in Oklahoma at 16, so her most recent license was in Wyoming. And so I said, I want to respect my daughter's wishes. That was, obviously something she filled out at 16. So can you please go research in Wyoming and see if she continued having that same feeling? And if so, yes, I'll honor whatever my daughter wanted. So hung up from that lady, and I don't know how much longer later she called me back, and she said, we did find in Wyoming she still had check marked that she wanted to be an organ donor. I said, okay, then, I'm going to respect her wishes. That's what she wanted. And so then the hard part comes, and you're already in distraught. So the conversation comes at you. And with my situation, she said, your daughter can't donate her organs due to what happened. And the life-saving measures that they did and everything, she would have had to have been on life support after that, and it couldn't occur. But there's still other things. And she said, I'd like to go over them with you and make sure you're okay with these donations. And you just lost your kid. So you're like, I want to respect what she wants. I don't want to go over piece by piece of what you're telling me she's going to donate. I just can't right now. And she's like, okay, I understand. So then she has to read this disclosure. Well, it still goes over everything that your loved one is going to donate. And it's hard as hell to sit there and listen to that. Because it's for good, but do you want to hear that? So I just said, look, I can't hear all of this. Ma'am, it's the law. We have to read over this. I'm like, fuck. And I said, look, whatever you're taking, I want her to look like Aaliyah when you're done. Because they started talking about her eyes. I'm like, you're not taking her eyes out. No, it's her cornea and different things and yada yada, and tendons. Like, they were just going through all kinds of things that at that time you don't want to hear. And you have to because even though your loved one's an organ donor, they still, whoever the next in kin is, they ask if that's okay. If I'd have said no, they wouldn't have done it. And obviously, I'm not going to say no. I'm honoring what she wants, but it's just hard to take all that in. So that happens right after somebody passes, just FYI, for whoever is the next contact, point of kin for a loved one. So it's a lot. And you're angry at them for calling you, and how dare you, but yet on the same, there's time sensitive stuff, so you have to deal with it, but you don't want to. There's a lot of emotions that go in with that phone call. And props to whoever works for that company and has to make that phone call. Because that is, you're dealing with tearjerker conversations day in and day out. I don't know how they do it. So that went on, and they kept in contact with me when they transported her there, when it was done, when they were transporting her back to the ME's office. I mean, they kept in contact with it all. Okay, we're good. So then yesterday when I checked the mail, and I told you guys what I received in the mail with the temporary death certificate and how I got over that and calmed down and was like, okay, let me read the rest of my mail. So I get an envelope that looks like a card and it's addressed to me and it's from Oklahoma City. So I'm like, okay, let me open this card. So then the card says Oklahoma Lions Eye Bank. And I'm like, the first thing in my head is, okay, that's not a bank in Oklahoma that I bank with. And my daughter doesn't either. Then my second was like, which one of my friends works for a bank in Oklahoma City, sending me this card. Total fucking blonde moment there. And then I opened the card. And it's literally the Eye Bank of Oklahoma. And it's thanking me for donating my daughter's corneas to give somebody vision. And then you're just taken aback. Like, that's when the first part of organ donation hits, is when you get these letters of thank you for your loved one's donation. Somebody got the gift of sight because of my daughter. But she doesn't have sight anymore. So, then you get emotions all over again. Like, how many more of these am I going to get about a tendon, a leg, not a leg, just tendon, whatever parts, tissues they took. So, when you think you're having a good day and getting through, then something hits you, and are more of these going to come in the mail? I just couldn't keep thinking about that all day. Her vision, and I can see the beautiful mountains, and my daughter can't see them anymore. I mean, in this form, obviously she can, but so I want y'all to know, because you may experience this too. And we think we're doing a good thing with organ donation, and we are. But on the other side of it, us having to deal with it after someone's passed. Whoa. Ooh. All right. Well, it's Taco Tuesday. I just want to cook. I'm hooked on my Uncle Steve's tacos, y'all. Like, just keep making them every Tuesday. The recipe's down below. I'm freaking hooked on them. I'm gonna go make me some Uncle Steve's tacos, and I'll enjoy me some Taco Tuesday. And mentally crying, it just mentally wears you out. Like your head. I have a headache coming on. Just, phew. I'm gonna get to some recipes. I promise. I've got a whole list here of stuff I bought this weekend. It may be Saturday before I can make this shit. I'm gonna try. One day at a time. One day at a time. I don't know what song that is. I can't sing. Man, you talk about a brain fog. First you got menopause with brain fog, and then a trauma with brain fog, and it hits. Fuck. Man. All right, have a good Tuesday. Check in tomorrow. Maybe I'll make something tomorrow. I hope. I really do have some good recipes I need to make. I'm gonna go turn the TV on because it's too quiet in my house. I need some noise.